Hello, and thank you for coming. So today's episode of Media Dimensions is going to be a tad different. Let's talk about game shows again. A prime target for video game adaptation market, and they've been since they put concentration on the NES. And usually we'd get maybe a few versions of Jeopardy on each system until something awoken in the era of the Wii. Awoken like a beast beneath the seas of a Lovecraftian novel. Actually, I'm being a bit too poetic here. They aren't that bad at games, although I played Aquaman, so maybe my view's a bit skewed here. I've also played Page Master, so my view is pretty... My bars are set low. Okay. Today we're going to look through the Hollywood Squares, probably the most unique one of the set that includes this nightmare.
Hello, ladies.
Alright, so let's get on today's topic. Hollywood Squares is a 1966 NBC show that pretty much had the contestants play tic-tac-toe with celebrities in the squares. They would pick a square, the celebrity would be asked a question, and they would respond. Often joking at first and then giving a more serious answer. With the contestants, they had to agree or disagree with the celebrity, and if they got it right, they got the square. If they got it wrong, their opponent got the square. Unless it would win the game. First one to get tic-tac-toe or a 5-square victory wins. That's about the gist of it. Now, the show had 4 separate runs, and I'm not actually a very big Hollywood Squares fanatic. I don't know the history, but I will state that I did look up that there was at least one last run, which was from 1998 to 2004. And that is the one this game focuses on.
Technically, yes.
Alright. Technically, this is based on the back half of that run, since the earlier half had Whoopi Goldberg in the center square exclusively, and she is not in this game. But the celebrities you do have here are Jeffrey Tambor, Kathy Lee Griffin, Brad Garrett, and Martin Mull, or as my viewers probably know them from Arrested Development. She's actually a stand-up comedian that appears in a lot of things, but nothing specifically just for her. That's the brother from Everybody Loves Raymond, and Martin Mull. Well, we can just go by him for generations, right? If you're from 2000s, you know him better as Vlad Plasnius from Danny Phantom. If you're in the 90s, Sabrina's stuffy vice principal, Mr. Kraft. And well, if you're in the 80s, he was in this!
Please, there are ladies present.
Okay, so you might have noticed a little problem here. There are 4 celebrities and a 3x3 grid, so we're short 5 celebrities. What do? Get B-listers? Well, no, that would still cost them money, and Kathy Griffin is actually a D-list celebrity by her own admission, so you can't get much lower. And I was not invited, so let's see. Instead, they actually put celebrities in the center square surrounded by a cast of their own created celebrities, quotation marks. The center square will now play a video clip for the show with the celebrity answering, so if you remember all the questions on the show, you're good. The other questions are typical fare for this game series.
Reality TV show brought carpenter Ty Pennington to fame. Give us your verdict. It was Trading Spaces.
I actually got one question about who was the pitcher, I believe, in a baseball game in Twilight.
I don't know that!
Now, luckily, the game show, it doesn't really matter if you know the answer or not, at all. Though it will help. All you have to actually do is guess right or wrong. 50% chance here. Now, another small problem is that the created characters don't joke around with you. However, I'm probably asking a little too much of them to design 1,000 questions with 3 answers apiece, a right one, a wrong one, and one kind of like this.
Doing this was necessary to feel fulfilled. Doing what?
Seeing Wayne Newton live!
The rest of the problems I have are kind of useless things. For starters, and this is the one that just bothers me, but the show's strategy is kind of stupid. Mainly, the contestants always do this.
I got the garden rake! We have a winner!
Okay, now I might be wrong, but actual tic-tac-toe, going for the center square is a stupid move. You can actually easily screw around with your opponent a lot more by moving around the corners and edges. I like choosing corner after corner until you have 2 ways to get tic-tac-toe, and well...
We're with Kathy Griffin for the block.
Close enough. But once you take the center, it becomes a game of defense. Now, with the question portion of this game, you can technically tell me to stick it here, but the computer player gets the questions right at an alarming rate, so don't count on this from saving you.
Courtney. Nope, wrong.
course, this can be a double-edged sword, as sometimes the questions can be quite tricky.
What was the name of the album that Chingy released in 2006?
Huh? I don't know that.
It also seems like a lot of the questions pertain to pop culture of 2010, or just before it, so brush up on that pop culture.
Kira Sedgwick's character in The Closer is named what? What do you say? Agree? Her name is Brenda.
Actually, it's Deputy Chief Brenda Lee Johnson.
Thank you so very much.
The bonus round of this game entails you answering 9 questions in a row. Each correct answer removes one of the 9 keys from the board, and although I never actually ran into it, it does sometimes feel like Tom Bergeron's reading is at a pace that will cause the game to clock out before you get to that final question.
What protein is found in the hair and nails of mammals? How do you feel about that?
Although I never actually timed out on that. This is where I learned that they have crappy luck, since I'd missed 2 or 3 questions and still not get the prize since I would choose wrong.
Let's see if you picked the correct key. No, sorry, that's not the correct key.
I'm not accusing the game of cheating, I just have really bad luck. Although I will admit, one time I actually did win with 4 left, so it's not cheating.
All right, now select a key. Let's see if you picked the correct key. Yes, you've got the correct key.
And simply put, if you open the box, you win. Well, it's not that great.
Here's money. And here's more money.
I'm surprised I haven't complained about this yet. This is a staple for a lot of these games. Your reward is clothes. And while this jacket here does make my character look hot, I have a harder time explaining the pants. Even more useless is, drumroll,
I used to sell shoes for years. Well, when I was a teenager, but not when I'm grown up, because a real man would have a job like that.
all the games are like this. A lot of the times the requirement is like shoes, and you never see it. Although this time we do have another pointless thing. Each of the day of the week is a different opponent for you. And you get a little picture and backstory about how they want you to, like, save the rainforest or something like that. And it just makes me feel like I'm wasting my life sitting here reviewing this game. They are never seen in the game. Like Maris on Frasier. Your opponent never makes an appearance, so this picture might as well just be this. It's a lot of effort for someone who doesn't appear on the screen once. In fact, you only ever really appear between rounds and at the start, never during the game. I will admit that the celebrity contestants are actually smarter than normal here. Believe me, these games don't show a lot of intelligence when it comes to AI though. And with that, I think I'm done, although there are no sub-games like Deal or No Deal had. Just unlock all the items and complete the 4 weeks and you're done. I wish for 100% completion, they would put in this episode.
You fool!
For those of you not familiar with that clip, that is the episode where Gilbert Godfrey got asked something like 8 questions in a row. He lied each time, and the contestants always agreed, leading to the famous shout from Gilbert, and all the contestants eventually. Obviously, this would meant getting like 9 more appearance fees, and pretty much the whole episode, but it is a thing of joy. Google it, it's definitely on YouTube. Anyway, this might have a bit of replayability if you can get a friend and play it with you. And at least the questions will differ, so it's not like Deal or No Deal. That's kind of Hollywood Squares, better than Deal or No Deal. Honestly, a decent take on the series, with what they could get away with, and a stellar game to own if you can find it like GameStop for like $5 or $6.